He does not tire. He has got a spark. He has got the energy, the capacity from a physical standpoint. Just to be able to do it is certainly there. Certain game plans might dictate.
What's about him playing both ways in the NFL?
I mean, why not? You know, he did it in college. He showed excellence. You know, he was such at the top of his positions in both DB and wide receiver.
And he played both sides of the ball in practice today, and that will have to continue on throughout training camp, where he's playing on both sides of the ball and getting that mental and physical endurance throughout the training camp, because that's what he's going to have to do in games. So ultimately, we're building a foundation right now.
Travis Hunter is rewriting the rule book of what it means to be a football player in the modern era. From his college days, where he stunned the world by dominating both sides of the field, to now, he's on the verge of making NFL history. The Jacksonville Jaguars coaching staff, fans, and media are all buzzing with one name: Travis Hunter. According to team GM James Gladstone, not only is Shedeur Sanders showing elite leadership and poise, but Travis Hunter is emerging as a generational talent. Gladstone revealed that Travis has shown no signs of fatigue, is physically ahead of the curve, and, most importantly, is almost there to officially start as both a defensive back and wide receiver. This isn't just hype anymore, it's happening.
Play both sides, and there's nothing going to change my mind.
Was Florida State going to allow you to play both sides?
Nah, definitely. I don't think any other school in the world was going to let me do it.
Fieldlytics added even more fuel to the fire by emphasizing what many are now calling inevitable: Travis Hunter's rise as a true offensive weapon. Yates argued that Travis's utilization as a wide receiver is already proven, and that he's not just filling a role, he's redefining it. But Yates didn't stop there. He also made it clear that Hunter's impact won't be limited to just one side of the ball. Defensively, he's just as solid. Yates highlighted that Travis's ability to read quarterbacks, anticipate routes, and close space makes him a legitimate threat in the secondary. In short, Travis Hunter is too good to keep off the field, on either side. But Yates argued that Travis Hunter's ceiling is much higher when he lines up as a wide receiver. While his defensive skills are undeniable, Yates pointed out that it's on offense where Hunter truly separates himself from the rest. He emphasized that Travis's positioning, route discipline, and elite spatial awareness aren't just impressive, they're rare. According to Yates, these traits make him not just a reliable target, but a game-changing weapon. His natural instincts, paired with his explosive athleticism, give him the potential to become one of the most dangerous wide receivers in the league.
Now, my own evaluation in the pre-draft process with the ceiling was even higher as a wide receiver. I thought the instincts in terms of knowing where he was on the field and where to create running lanes after the catch were so unique. Like, he has this spatial awareness. Where is the pressure coming down on me, and how do I avoid that pressure? How do I avoid these big hits? Because if you see him, he's not super thick. I think he was 189 or 187 pounds at the combine, and you have to protect yourself in that regard. On top of the fact that you're playing 120 snaps, you're not a big player.
And if there was still any doubt, Jacksonville's head coach put it to rest with his recent remarks. Building on what analysts like Fieldlytics have said, the coach expressed his full satisfaction with Travis Hunter's performance, especially at the wide receiver position. He praised Hunter for looking sharp, confident, and explosive during reps, noting that he's already turning heads on offense. While Hunter didn't get a large sample size of defensive reps, the coach admitted that every time the ball came his way, he made sure to shut it down, denying any opportunity for the offense to capitalize. What stood out most were his natural instincts and high-level awareness, even with limited exposure on defense. But it's on offense where Hunter truly left his mark, pulling off some incredibly difficult catches that stunned both teammates and coaches alike. At this point, it's clear, Travis Hunter isn't just participating, he's dominating, and he's doing it on both ends of the field. Even Pat McAfee couldn't hold back his excitement about Travis Hunter's performance during OTAs. On his show, McAfee broke down just how dominant Hunter looked, especially on the defensive side of the ball. He highlighted one particular play that sent shockwaves through the room, where Hunter's coverage was so suffocating it was like he was in the man's pocket, mirroring every move with surgical precision. That kind of lockdown defense doesn't just happen by chance, it's the product of elite awareness, next-level instincts, and an exceptionally high football IQ. Pat McAfee didn't hold back when talking about Travis Hunter, calling him one of the most talented players he's ever seen come out of college. He emphasized that Hunter's skill set is so elite, any team in the league would jump at the chance to have him on their roster. As a true dual-position athlete, excelling at both wide receiver and defensive back, McAfee argued that Hunter brings unmatched value to any squad. He went on to say that in an era where versatility and athleticism are prized more than ever, Hunter is the prototype every coach dreams of.
That's on the ground down there. They're giving reports like every day. It's something where he is doing something absurd, right?
Liam Cohen shared that in Travis Hunter's very first training session with the Jaguars, he stood out on both sides of the ball. As a wide receiver, he was explosive, running sharp, precise routes, finding soft spots in the defense, and making phenomenal catches that immediately turned heads. But it didn't stop there. On the defensive side, Hunter brought that same fire and intensity, showing he could match up with elite-level talent and disrupt plays with his instinctive reads and quick reactions. Cohen highlighted that it was the final day of that training session, and he wanted Hunter to walk off the field with full confidence. That's exactly what happened. Hunter rose to the moment, proved he belonged, and sent a strong message. He's here to compete, and he's ready to contribute on both ends of the field from day one.
Today at practice for the first time?
He did.
How'd it go?
He did.
How'd we feel?
Good. He, it's one of those things where he's learning continuously as we go through the install, right? And today we tried to keep it really tight with the install. Let these guys go on the last day of mini camp, feeling confident, feeling fresh, and he was in the right spot, alignment, assignment. And not a ton of balls came his way when he ended up playing on defense. And, that happens.
Micah, on the other hand, offered a more grounded and measured perspective on Travis Hunter's entrance into the NFL spotlight. While he didn't downplay Hunter's raw talent and jaw-dropping versatility, he emphasized that greatness in this league isn't built on highlight reels alone. It's built on consistency. Micah acknowledged that Hunter is a phenomenal addition to the Jaguars roster, bringing a skill set that's rarely seen in today's game. But he also made it clear, if Hunter wants to be the guy, the number one at either position, he'll have to prove it every single week. It's not just about making a few big plays, it's about dominating on a regular basis, showing you're the best every time you step on the field. For Micah, the path to greatness isn't about hype, it's about durability, discipline, and day-in, day-out excellence.
Thank Micah. For the elite talent and the player that he is, it's a great pick. Understanding where he's going to play, and he has to be a guy, that's where the question is, did the man something nothing's ever been done before? I think that's why we like history. This is something that's never been done before. If he does it, amen.
But it sounds like you're a little wary.
I am. I just think, like, at these picks, these top 3 picks, people like to gamble on history. Like, oh, we found the one unicorn. Right. This is the one. But at these picks, I like them for sure. I know this guy's going to play this position. I know he has these attributes.
Travis Hunter is not just making noise, he's making history. From his college dominance to his explosive entry into the NFL, every report, every quote, and every performance points to one undeniable truth. He's a once-in-a-generation talent. The Jacksonville Jaguars saw it early. GM James Gladstone's confidence, head coach's commitment, Liam Cohen's training observations, and public endorsements from analysts like Fieldlytics and Pat McAfee all converge on one reality: Hunter is the real deal. His ability to perform at an elite level on both sides of the ball is rare. But what makes it even more special is his mindset. He's not satisfied with just being good. He wants to be great. Still, voices like Micah remind us that the path to greatness in the NFL is paved with consistency, discipline, and grit, not just flashes of brilliance. And that's what makes Travis so compelling. He's not just relying on talent, He's putting in the work, soaking up every rep, and proving that he belongs. The Jaguars aren't just experimenting with a two-way player, they're investing in a franchise cornerstone. Can he maintain that level of excellence and consistency against the best athletes in the world? Do you believe the Jaguars are making the right move by leaning into his dual threat potential? Or should they focus his talents on one position? And most importantly, could Travis Hunter be the player who redefines what's possible in the modern NFL? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear what you think about this rising star and the bold path Jacksonville is taking with him.